Oh, wait, I forgot to go to the chat. Lot settings. Streaming always makes me sleepy. Alright. Hi, and welcome to a special Mighty Ginkgo episode of. Oh, actually, I don't have a name for this. I guess it's live support. So, I was contacted by a viewer whose name is Moldley, I think. Because I'm pretty sure I was trying my best not to say La Mode. And they sent me this Make Human. Was it Make Human? Jeez. So sleepy. Why do I always get sleepy when I do a stream? Streams just make me sleepy. Maybe I should just stick to videos. Not just streaming nonsense. Anyway, person asked me if I could help them with their body. Whew. It's just working on that cat makes my soul hurt after yesterday. I decided why not. Plus, I didn't really have much to do. I'm still woozy, so I can't go to work. Anyway, so I'm working on this body, and the problem they're having, well, they tried to they watched my tutorial, the experimental one when we were working on the baby, and that was back when I had first got into Bento, and I wasn't that great at it, but over time I practiced, and I got a lot better with Bento than I did back then, and yeah, I got better at Bento. I just never documented that improvement. So they were working on it using those old techniques, and yeah, it's not right, not at all. I mean, look at that. That's pretty bad. So I'm gonna help out, and I'm just gonna show them how to manually uh, rig your avatar. And not rely on another body like I did with the kimono back then. Crap, I'm sleepy. Ugh, stupid insulin. Making me tired. Alright, so here we go. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to export this body out as an OBJ and make it static. I could just delete the skeleton and delete the weight to it and make it, static that way. But it's just habit, I reckon is the best word to say. It's just habit for me to export stuff as an OBJ and then import it back in as a solid. It's just habit. So don't mind me. So I'm gonna select it and then export it out as an OBJ. And we are going to create a project folder for this because we like to keep things nice and neat here at the Mighty Ginkgo. That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie. So I'm going to name this, they named it Human, so I'm going to name it Human too. So Human folder. And we're going to put it in here and make sure we check the selection only and hit OBJ. If you, whew, sorry, if you have questions and stuff about what we're doing here, feel free to ask. It's live support. So I'm here answering your questions, doing the thing, shaking all the tail feathers. So we're gonna create a whole new environment. And for your viewing pleasure, I'm gonna turn on the screencast so you can see what buttons I pushed. Great. So now we have a whole new environment. We're gonna press A a few times and select everything. And we're gonna press delete and get rid of it because we need this empty. You could, if you want to, just as a side note, after you clear out your blender like this, you could go to file and then hit save setup file, and then you'll never have to do that again. Do the select and delete all the stuff. But I have to because I have to leave it because when people start their tutorialing for the first time, they're like, hey, yours doesn't have a cube. How come mine doesn't look like that? And I'm like, oh. So I have to do that. But that's a tip. You guys can clear your workspace and just dive right in without having to do that extra step. So anyway, that aside, I'm gonna import our OBJ into it, and we're gonna look out in my documents folder, find the project folder human, and we're just gonna import it in. Now I know Avastar has a setting for both makehuman and that other character generator thing, but every time I try to use it, it always comes out weird. Just like this. Why did her arms turn into noodles? Alright, so let's get rid of noodle arm and let's go back to that other file and open it again. I probably broke it. Messing with rotating it like crazy. I forgot to reset the bones. No, the bones are actually like that. That's how it is when I got it. Huh. That's not good. Okay. Um. Hmm. Oh man. I don't know. How do I fix this? I know I gotta maybe scoop the bone over. That might wiggle it into place. Huh. All right. Let's see. Maybe. Okay, we'll select all of these and try to scoot this forward a bit, I guess. Jeez. Alright, it's okay, it's okay. It's not bad. There is never a thing like that. We can always fix it. Come on, damn it, fix. Oh man, this is funny. All right, let's just scoot this over. What's the worst that can happen with that hand? Okay, so nah, it's broke. All right, so if I was this arm, what would I do? I would grab all of your arm and twist it into place. So maybe do that. Everything I do is never simple. Every time I'm like, yeah, I can fix that. That's no problem. It's always something. It's like famous last words. Now, from now on, I'm no longer going to tell people it's no problem. I can fix it. I'm like it's impossible. It can't be done. Go home. Be a family man. All right. I think you may have an arm in there. It's got a weird lump, but at least it's over. We'll smooth that out with sculpty thingy later. Alright, now to noodle arm over to the other one. Actually, no, I'm going to get this out of the way because I can't see past it. So let's put this down here and let's look at those noodle arms. So we got that in place. And we're just going to shoe the bone over on this end as well. Oh, wait, stuff selected over there. Alright, so we got it in there. I think it's over. Well, it's just a demo body. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna just use this as an educational thing, like how to get this done, right? And we kind of smooth it out there. No lumps. Yes. I gotta ask why the bakes are turning out black whenever I try to bake what I made in MD. I don't know. Try putting it on its own layer. Oh, you might also be in cycles. That would do it. Check your stuff and make sure you're in, Blender render. Alright, so she doesn't have noodle arms anymore, I don't think. But remember, I'm blind as all get out, so I think this is straight. Uh, well, it's just for demonstration purposes. You learn from this, and then you know your avatar would have straight arms. So I'm going to export this as an OBJ again, and we're going to name this human too. Cause why not? All right. So let's create a new one. Delete all of this again. Turn on the screencast. Import our body, hopefully without the noodle arms. Alright, now we got it in. And now we have our body. So arms are pretty straight, which is good. Yeah, I was on Blender Render, which is the weird part. And you made sure you had the AO bacon, right? And not full render. I made a simple crop for the Maitreya for my girlfriend. Alright, well, if you can wait for me real quick for me to finish this, then I'll look at your issue and we'll take care of it then. Because I can't be like, okay, this is how you bake for the Maitreya while the title says how to manually rig a body. That's just clickbait. So, after I finish this, I'll look at your file for you and then we can work on that. So, sounds good? Think you can wait? Alright then. Alright, cool. Now, back to the tutorial. So now that we have our body in here, we're going to apply our skeleton. Now, what I like to do, now, like, how can I say? This is my workflow for doing bento avatars. It's kind of complicated, and a lot of people don't like it until they try it, and then they're like, "Oh wow!" And I know that it can be done in one blender, but I use two blenders when I'm doing bento avatars. I use Blender 2.72 and Avastar 1.71 for the basic rigging because it's the tools that I'm familiar with and it's really user friendly. Plus, it serves another purpose is let's see, it's easier to work with because that's what I'm used to. This old blender has better transfers, like weight transfer. So even if I had to use a template, the transfer would go better in this blender than it would in a newer version of Blender. It also works from a business standpoint because you can use this on grids that don't have bento or things that don't have bento. So you can offer a non-bento version of a rigged avatar and a bento version at the same time. So you'll have two files. So that works out for me when I'm doing that. And also, like I said, it's just speed and what I'm used to working with. So this is just, like, again, my workflow, what I do. You don't have to do it all like this, but I strongly suggest it because it's awesome. So yeah, let's get ready to dive in here and show you what I do. So what I need to do now is attach a skeleton to the body because right now it's unrigged. It has no armature whatsoever, and if we import it into Second Life as is, you're just gonna be bouncing around like this every time you try to walk. So we need to go to a new layer and go to add and then Avastar, and then it doesn't matter quads or triangles. I just pick triangles because it's right there. It's all the same thing. So now we have our skeleton in here and our avatar. I'm going to hold down shift and select the first layer and activate it. So the avatar is pretty lined up with the Second Life skeleton. This is a little off, just a bit from the center, but I guess that was my fault from the thingamajig. So I'm just going to select the our test body here, and I'm going to push it back so that it's more on lined up with a Second Life avatar. That helps out a lot when you are trying to put on defaults like regular clothes made for the system avatar. You want to have it kind of lined up. It increases the compatibility for clothes and stuff, because if your avatar is up here and the body is back here, when you wear those regular you know, 5 sizes clothes, the clothes will be back there and your body will be up here. So it's kind of important to line it up when you're making a humanoid avatar, just to sort of kind of increase a little more compatibility with regular clothes that are out there. So keep that in mind when you're doing your rigging. So the next step we're going to do is that we're going to try to line up the Avastar skeleton as best we can to our, make human body. So we need to select the Avastar loops, and then we're going to go to, I think it's object, this little cube thing, and you're going to scroll down until you see the Avastar shape thing right here. This Avastar appearance. And it's just like the Second Life sliders when you're creating an avatar. We're just gonna, adjust it until it matches as closely as possible to our make human body. So let's do that. Select the and go to, what is this? Your upper body is called your torso, and you want to make your arms long, match with the hands. So that's that pretty much. I don't think it's as tall as this, so let's go down to the legs and change the leg length. Try to match that as closely as we can. So about right there is a good place. And then we're going to go back to the torso, and I'm going to take the neck length and put the head up there as closely as I can to that head. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. So now that we have that done, I'm just going to go back into object mode and select our body. Bones first. Hold down shift and select the body. And I don't believe it is changed that much. So I'm going to do the manual rigging. So it's select this, the make human body, hold down shift, select the bones, and then we press Control P, and then we do automatic weights, and we wait for it to transfer real quick. Okay, I think it worked. So we're going to select the loops, press pose mode, press R, and you see we got some body movement right here, which is good. So what we need now is the skeleton and not so much the Avastar body stuff. So I'm going to click on the skeleton, and I'm just going to press M and put it on a different layer. So now we don't need that because Avastar junk is over here. We got our make human body right there. I'm going to hold down shift and activate the bones and the make human. Click on the loops, press pose mode, and we're going to press R. Oops, that's T. And we're going to press R, and we're just going to look at how it's weighted. And the weights seem to have transferred pretty good. Like I said, 7.2 really does have the best weight transfer. I love it so much. So we're just going to press R and move her around and see how well it transferred. It seemed to have done a pretty good job. But we want to check everything, so you got to move around. Shake that body, spin it around. Looking good, looking good. Move the leg. That's not exactly good. We see rubber banding there, so we got to fix that. So it's a good chance that it's the same on this side. Yep. Let's go to the leg, see how that's moving. Seems to be pretty good. And here. Okay. And on the foot. Come on, feet. Feet moving nice. That's a pretty foot bend, actually. I feel like seeing it dip in water. That just looks like it would be elegant, don't you think? Alright, so we got that right. The arms seem to be bending a little bit. I don't know if she wants the boob to move with the arms. I mean, that's kind of artsy in itself, don't you think? So we got the hands. That's got some rubber banding right there that we'll probably need to correct as well. So we have two real main problem areas. It's going to be the wrist unless she's down with this. I can't see how anybody would. So we got the wrist, that's bad, and the legs that we got to correct. And let's look at the neck. Neck is good. Head is um uh well, I don't think that's right. Uh but we will fix that when it gets to it. So let's get to the easy stuff, and that is fixing the leg right here. And then this is where art comes into, what do you call it? Weight painting. Because if you ask anybody, like, how do you weight paint? They're like, it's an art. At least that's what they used to say when I started out with rigging. Like, it's an art. We can't teach you. You have to master it on your own. Which in a way is true. But once you know how weight painting works manually, um, it does become more of an art, and you can better fine tune your skill. So, like I told you guys before in my previous tutorials, how weight painting works. Blender does it by color. Red is 1, it has a value of 1, and blue has a value of 0. But if you want to look at it as in heat, which is what I do, red is hot, blue is cold. The hotter a bone is, the more control it has over the body. The colder the bone is, the less control it has. So think about it as in terms of like a cartoon where things are blue when it's cold and red when it's hot, and you want to just fine tune the temperature to make it look pretty. So that's pretty much what you're going to be doing, is moving the bones, looking at the color, and adjusting the heat in it, and making sure that it looks right. You just keep adding and subtracting until it looks right to you. And that's all that really matters, is how it looks to you, not how that body looks or how this one. You just keep adjusting until you feel right with it. And that's really all it is to weight painting. So we need to switch over, because right now Avatar is in pose mode. That's what the loops are for. We need to switch it over to skin mode. So I'm going to just go into this rigging panel and press skin. And we're going to click on this. And now we have some rigging. So let's fix this. Now I'm starting out right now with a regular classic skeleton, and then I'm going to turn it into a fit mesh one later. For me, I find that it's easier to work with the classic and then turn it to fit mesh and then put it into the bento, because you get, how can I say, if I start out with a fit mesh body, it kind of sucks. It's more bones to work with. I like to go like simple and then upgrade it into something advanced, then rather start with a million bones and then trying to click on each little one, and then when you're moving the skeleton around, which I'm pretty sure we're going to have to do with this body, looking at it, I think maybe the hands. Yeah, because the hand bone is sticking out at the wrist. When you're moving around the skeleton, it's easier to select one bone rather than having to try to click 2 bones or 5 bones for the whole hand and then doing it that way. That is nothing more irritating to me than that. So what I like to do is work with a classic skeleton first, and then we upgrade it into a more advanced one. So actually looking at this, I'm going to fix the skeleton first before I go into weight painting. So now that it is in skin mode, it's actually on the right skeleton that I need to do that with. So I'm going to select the bones here, and I'm just going into object mode. And I'm going to make sure this button is selected. I'm in object mode, right? Okay, yeah. No, so I'm in edit mode. That's what I meant. And I'm going to select this button that says axis mirror. And I'm going to select the hand bone because it's sticking out at her wrist, and I'm pretty sure that's not right. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to press G, and I'm just going to slide it over into her hand, making sure that the ball joint right here, which is the pivot point, is in the wrist. So this is where, like in real life, that's where the ball is that makes your wrist, wrist. And so I'm gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna select this little tip right here, and this is the hand, and I'm just gonna stretch that out a little bit. That's gonna come in handy later on when we do the bento. Now, for whatever ungodly reason, Blender never ever does the x-axis right for me. So even though it's lined up perfectly over there, on the other side it's always sticking out. I just like to use the x-axis so I don't have to do the same like guesswork when I'm doing the resizing of the bones. So that's really what I use x-axis mirror for. Is more for scaling than it is for position. So you just select the ball and put it over. Just let's see, same thing. C to select these, scoot those over like so. Then you grab this ball and we just put it back here. And that's all there is to it. I'm pretty sure everything else is fine. It looks like it's in there, right? Remember the blindness, people. 0 is blind. Although it kind of looks like it needs to go up more. We will see. Oh, my skeletons are always janky. You should see the one on the blatant cat. It's a miracle to behold. Alright, so once we have it all set up, I'm just going to press escape and get out of there. And I'm going to look at the other bones and stuff and see if anything else is weird. Yeah, down here on the skeleton, Das feet are weird. Gotta push these over just a little bit. Making sure not to hit that origin bone, because we don't want that. Whoops, we do want to select this though. So I'm going to just scoop this over, making sure to get that so that it moves with me. Good. And do the same thing on this side. Scoop that over. Alright, now we good. Now let's get out of, press tab again, and get out of edit mode. So now we have a pretty skeleton that we can work with. So let's start that manual weighting and repairing stuff. So now that we have our stuff in weight paint mode, our skeleton in weight paint mode, we can now see the colors that make up this body. If I can get into weight paint. There you go. So basically, we're going to press R and we're going to scoop this in. And you see it's going into her abdomen, which I guess is bad. It's pretty bad. So let's fix this. Using the rule I said about the heat, I'm just going to, first I'm going to press R and rotate it in like this. And then I'm going to use that rule I said about heat and then turn down the weight. And I'm going to turn my radius up a little bit. And I'm going to get in there and I'm just going to, make sure that this button is unchecked. Now, let's see. We can do it smoothly and reduce it. Just so you can see how it works. And if it looks good to you, totally remove the weights here. Turn my radius down a bit more. Okay. Whoa, it's a big radius. Okay, so that does that. Now, we gotta take care of the pelvis right here, because you can't, can I say this? Alright, so I do want, alright, just click and pat it down. Alright, I guess that's good. Now, we don't want this to stretch too much, because vaginas are pretty stationary. They don't stretch all that much like that. So I'm going to increase more of the weight around here and make this more pelvis controlled. And then reduce the weight here. Whoops. No, the old Avastar you can just tap. Leave edit mode and then that's that. Alright, so I'm just going to reduce a little more weight here on this. And then over here on the same. Keeping that crotch nice and static. We also want to grab this thing off the pelvis so that we don't have a spike there. Fine tune it by doing that. Whoopsie daisy. Select this leg bone right here. Go on the weights. It's the same thing like we did with the sticky pants. Just a little bit better. Whoops. May have broke something there, but don't pay attention to it. Whoopsie daisy. So many whoopses. That's why. Let's see how that works out. Whoops, broke the butt. Let's Control Z. There we go. Let's see. I'm sure somebody's laughing like, oh my god, she's doing it so wrong. Well, like any art, it takes forever. And, you know, like the quote that old guy from Toy Story, you can't rush art. So it's going to take a second, but it's more like a labor of love than anything. It'll take a second, and then sooner or later, all your butt cheeks will be in line, and everything will look fine. And it'll help you with other things too, because sometimes there's no template for what you want to do, and then you have to do it on your own and try to make it look right. You know, stuff like the legs are a pain in the ass for me. Ugh, I hate legs. That's why I hate pants. Yeah. Just erase this. Oh, something on this end? Or... Come on. There we go. Nice and smoothish. Okay, there we go. Much better. Damn. Whew. Alright, now let's see if we can cheat and use Avastar's mirror feature real quick. And hopefully it works. As of late, it has not been. So I'm going to try. And then mirror up. Okay, yay! So I don't have to do that nonsense twice. Just clean up whatever it left behind. There's a little pinch right there that's moving with that leg. So let's remove the weight there. Move this around. Yeah, there we go. We're good. Alright, so legs are fixed. And what you do when your legs get fixed, you hit save. Because ain't nothing worse than doing work and then having Blender crash. And then the auto recovery is like from 2 days ago. Ugh. God, that was awful. Alright, so the pelvis was pretty fine. Nope. It's dragging up some thigh. So let's remove weight from that. Then do it on the other side. Remove weight there. Ooh. Smooches? Oh. Doing it now? Hang on 1 second. Getting smooches. Eee. Love you too. Have a good day, honey. You alright? Sorry. Okay. Smooches aside. Back to the tutorial. So let's see. Got a little bit of weight here. Just inching it up. Whoa. Sorry, I do that with everybody I make. It's just a habit. I know stomach weight does not go on boobies. So we want to keep that kind of like a. I always do like keep your stomach weight kind of like a girdle or a corset kind of thing. That's like the ideal shape for something like that. Rotate it. And then you do the same thing with the chest. Whoop. Helicopter around. Alright, good. 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 See, check the arm. It's a little weight here on the bust. We don't want that. Just erase it. There we go. And like before, I'm just going to copy that weight over here. Hopefully it works again. Always pick mirror opposite via shape. Go. Okay, there we go. Good, good. And the other problem area was the wrist. Alright. Nope. Alright, it might be this part. No, no, no. What causes ballooning like this? Well, it's a conflict of weights. An equal amount of weights will give you something like this, an error like that. Sorry for the chunk. It should fix all this in a second. Damn, I can't see nothing with these bones in the way. I can't tell if that's right or not. Let's just say no. It is kind of similar. I mean, if you get into trouble, you can always try, let me see, with the weights assigned from bones. What that does. Oh. Well, that's not too bad, right? Oh, that's a... I'm not sure. How is that? Well, I'm sure you can play with it later. I'm not sure how hands work. These things are a mystery to me. Alright, so now we have our body. It's weighted. It's done. Now we just gotta add in the fancy stuff. And that's like boobs and stuff. Boob jiggle and all that jazz. Fit halfway. Something I'm forgetting about this. My blender's freezing, so it's gonna take a minute. Yeah, it froze. Something fierce. Huh? Alright, see you later, honey. I love you. Have a good day. Mwah. Sure, that was something I had to tell you, but well, I can't remember. Oh, wait, can you come here real quick? See this? Why don't you look at that real quick? See this?
Yes.
Yes, that's me practicing how to make lines from that classes.
Ah.
As you see, they got from messy to more uniform.
I see a couple of straight ones in there. Very good. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Huh? Yeah, I feel like it's one that crazy people do. Huh? Yeah, that's true. Oh, wait, it came back. Gotta go back to work. See you, Suge. Alright, so we got all our weights and stuff. Now we have boob bones, extra collar stuff. We have red stuff and blue stuff and extra collar thingies. So, to add in our boob jiggle, because what's a lady in Second Life without boob jiggle? You just select your boob bones, go to the brush, the weights, and then assign automatic from bones. And if the blender gods love you, it'll work. I do find that if you keep the Second Life, the Avastar meshes around, that these features tend to work a little bit better. So I don't know how far the client wants their jiggle to go. Like, for example, I'm just satisfied with boob jiggle. I know some people need to have butt jiggle, but or butt, what you call it and stuff, and that's where you got the butt bone down there. So that's up to them whether or not they want to add that stuff later. I'm just showing you what you do. You just click on the bones and then you just hit assign automatic from bones. So that usually does it. And if you find that you're jiggling too much, like if this is jiggling when all you wanted these to jiggle, you can just come in here and adjust the weights on it some more and just remove the boob weights from like right here, and then it would just be boob and not your rib cage jiggling, because I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen here. And if you feel like the sliders aren't working the way they should, where you should have more of a bust, like let's say you turn your boob sliders up, and no matter how high you go, they're not really getting bigger. You can add more boob weight to your boobs, like make it hotter, heat up those tits, and it'll have more control over it. So yeah, that. So I'm gonna just copy this over from that boob to the other boob. One day I'm gonna snap at the right time and it's gonna be cool. You like snap and it's just like done, all Mary Poppins like. Stupid blender, making me not look cool. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for like jiggle stuff. So I'm not, like I said, I don't know how bad the client needs to jiggle. Now, one thing you most definitely have to do is watch out for these damn eye weights, because whenever you do automatic weighting, it always grabs your eye. So the eye has all this control over the head, and we do not want that. So let's select this, and we're going to go to the Avastar feature right here, and it should be something that's like empty weights. So I'm going to go to the Avastar tab, and I think it's in here. It should be, here we go. Remove weights. There we go. No more problematic eye bone. Damn eye bone. And we lost the head movement, so all we do really is just flick our head back. Go turn up the heat. Select your dome. I prefer M head. And then just make it red. That damn button thing on there. I'm pretty sure they're going to cut off the head anyway. And just use the body. I hated that. I was rigging a friend of mine's head when he asked me his body to help him. Okay. A friend hired me to help him rig his body, and he used makehuman too. And I sat there for like a good hour rigging that body, rigging the face, only for him to tell me that I didn't need to do that. That he planned on cutting the head off and just using the body. I damn near strangled him. So make sure that's the neck that's doing that. Get out of here, neck. That is weird that it's doing that. I don't know why it's doing that. It's kind of creepy, don't you think? So let's see what has weights on it that's making it go ah. Although I reckon that'd be really useful with the bento thing later on. That way you definitely get that jaw. Hmm. I am confused. Anyway, let's see. What's causing you? Head, chest, chest. Chest is the thing. Alright, so let's remove the chest weights from here. See if that helps. Let's see if it's chest. No, chest. Yes. I've never seen this before. I don't know what's causing this mouth to open though. Let's see any like clavicle or anything. Skull, neck. What is that? Head. Skull. Head. Which is fine. Neck. Maybe neck. Let's see. Is there a neck bone? Like neck fit mesh? Yeah, there is. And that's what's causing it. Get out of here, neck. Mm-hmm. Well, I reckon it's only really an issue unless you like bend her body back like that. Don't bend your body back like that. Alright, so we got the rigging pretty much done. And now it's a fit mesh avatar. But nobody uses those anymore. It's bento or nothing for these people. So we are going to test this out real quick. Looking at feet. Alright, so let's go look at this in Second Life and see how just the basic fit mesh thing is. See if everything looks right. Oh, wait, the eyes are going to be popping out because I forgot to move them down. So grab this eye. On your shift. Well, let's see. There we go. Putting eyes in there. Eye sockets. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I have to play around with the eyes. I'm so used to doing it on cats that I don't know how to put eyes in properly on humans. So anyway, let's take our test body, our fit mesh, and I'm going to save it as that such fit mesh body. Okay, and let's export it out. It's Avastar. And I don't think it had any change in the scale, and so I don't know if we have to apply it. I don't think so. I don't think I scaled it. So, yeah. And for good measure, I'm going to also export the shape in case something goes wrong. Shape. Save the shape to file. Avatar. Wait, where did I save that to? I broke it. No! Ugh. Effort, please. Oh well, let's see. I saved it there. Do. Like I always do, low and low is turned to 0 off an upload option, and we include the joint because we moved the bones around. Hit calculate weights and fees. And it's 12L. Cool. I did the Avastar export. So I'm gonna take off everything. Come on, Ruth, get naked. Show us them tatas. And then I'm gonna hit on invisible. And then we're gonna put on our body that we just brought in. Pretty goodness, that it works. Alright, so now we got a lady with quite the hunch. Alright, reset skeleton animation. Alright, so now we're gonna go into appearance, edit the shape, and import the one we exported. Okay, there we go. Now that's the avatar we know and love. Alright. So now you see we got the body, moves around. Let me see if I can find a better light. Yeah, alright. Hey, this white on white is bothering me. So, Dr. Manhattan. Oh, that's even worse. Did you have a texture? Anyway, maybe. There we go. That's better. All right, so we got the body there. It's in there. Do the mandatory dance animation because 23. I seriously don't have any dance animations over here. Mother lover. Oh, honey, no, I don't know. I'm sure there it is, but I don't know how to do it. I do sort of kind of, but it was like, how can I say? I only did it once, and then even that result wasn't really good. So I haven't really practiced with it anymore. I mean, I could try, but it's not gonna be pretty. I mean, I can show you on the main grid how I did it, but like I said, it's not pretty. So let me see if I have any physics. Bikini. Oh, I'm in animations. Alright, so I got my bikini ones. You see the boobs? They do indeed jiggle. And I don't have any animations to show it, jiggle and act. Wait. I got that animation that guy gave me. Oh no, but his animations would jack up skeletons. But yeah, you see there's some jiggle there. And your avatar's cool. Alright, so now that we have at least a fit mesh avatar, you can give that out and stuff, on grids that don't have Bento. So it's cool. I actually think I should fix that arm. Wait, that arm bend. That's kind of weird. No, it's just the coloring. Oh, it's just because, the arm was jacked up when we first started. So when you do it, it's not going to be bad. Alright, so back to the tutorial. What are we going to do next? We are going to add in Bento, because that's what you kids like, right? So I'm going to open up the fit mesh, and I'm going to save it again. So this is going to be the one we potentially Bento. So fit mesh body 1 is going to be our new Bento file. Alright, so we're going to close this one. And I'm going to, hang on, I'm going to save this. And close my cat. Alright, so now we are going to Bento this baby. And I'm going to minimize this because we don't need it open. Now, I like to think of this as like baking or something. So what we did there was prep for our cake. And now we're putting it into the oven. And getting that nice browning. Like if you're cooking something, we did all the cooking over there, and now we're putting it in the oven to get that nice brown cover on top. So I'm going to. Oh damn! Now I'm hungry. All right. So what I want to do is go back to our project folder, and I'm going to select our body fit mesh, and I'm gonna get this error telling me to update. I'm gonna roll my eyes. So in this environment, what I'm running is Blender 2.79 and Avastar release client 7 or RC7. Personally, that's my favorite version. I tried other newer versions of Avastar and it was always an issue. RC7 works the best, and that's why I use it. So if you're following this too, I suggest you use it as well. So, recreate this environment. So what we need to do now is select the bones, and we need to update our skeleton. So let's go to the Avastar panel and just press update. I'm pretty sure I don't want to attach sliders. That's one thing that always gets me, is that whenever I do attach sliders in here, it's always an issue with the rig. So no attaching the sliders, and just hit update rig. So when you do that, it brings it in, but it also has this, you know, default meshes with it behind it, and I hate that. So what we need to do is select our make human body and press M and send it to some random layer. Then we select our bones right here and then press M and move that to another layer. Now we got just the second life junk, and we're going to press A. Oh, screencast. Then I'm going to press A, and I'm just going to move that to a layer and get that out of here. I usually throw stuff like this down here in this very corner layer. I always call that my trash layer. And now we just have our regular setup where we have our bones. Oops. Let me put the bones back here because this is where I usually put everything. I usually put bones underneath the first layer and our project body on the first layer. So there we go. So now we have our body here and our skeleton here. And our skeleton is looking pretty dry only with this. So we are going to activate all the rest of the bones that are here. So we go back to the Avastar thing, and it has rig display. And we are going to activate the second life base. What the hell? Hang on. Ugh. There is an issue here. Fucking Avastar 2. It messed up. Let me fix this again. Let me click the bones. Go to Avastar. Keep joint edits. Why did that mess it up? Let me try that again. And let me move that. Then throw this in a junk layer. Okay, now go to Avastar, then rig display, and then second life base. Ugh. It didn't keep all of my bone movements, which is weird and kind of frustrating, but you know what? It's okay because we can just fix that. Let me see if there's anything else in here that I might have missed. Now that's interesting. Oh, well, I guess it is there. It's just shifted a little bit. Alright, now we can't fix, right? We can just go here in the edit mode, press B, select all of these, and shift it over. Because we gotta move the bones anyway. Cause for what's it called, moving the finger bones into the hand. So we gotta do that anyway. So it's not a real big deal. So oh, mirror. And then scoot this in the right position again. It's always something. Like I said, whenever I tell people it's cool, it's not a big deal, what happens? Something always happens. And then turn this off and then scoot this over here too. No. Alright, now comes the painful part. Let's see. Now, Avastar 2 requires you to save your your bone movements, like every time. So, unlike the last one where we could just press edit mode and the bones will be fine, they gotta go to something. I forgot where. Experimental, please. Thank you. I have no idea where it is. Does anybody know where that damn button is? I lost it. I don't know where it is. It's a button that you gotta press to apply. Cause they're like, hey, things have been changed, and you're like, okay, and you push the button. Anybody help me? I forgot where it is. Well, this tutorial's over. And that's how you make a. Let's just go back here and scribble it. And like, yeah, joint edit. Where is that? It's like about to scratch out the title. See how to make a fit mesh avatar. Ah, there it is. Let's see. Store joint edits. I hate Avastar 2. I don't know how it works. It worked before. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna try to move this one more time. Okay, then you store joint edits. And then snap. There you go. And then snap it to base. Whew, okay. Sorry about that. Even I get stuck sometimes. Hang on one second, cat fight. You two! Stop it! Sorry.
He wrote his name and number on her hand.
Save joint edit. I wonder does this
party, and at first I couldn't find anyone.
There's lots of people there. Everybody's drinking, so they too drink.
Timothy did show up, much to Cheryl's happy pleasure. He kind of made a beeline for Cheryl. And so they were flirting to beat the band, and that was making things more fun.
The party was loud, and there was music, and people were talking and laughing and dancing and drinking. And she looked away for a moment from him. She hears a loud noise. She turned, and she sees the victim shudder and fell down directly to the floor.
Then I heard Arthur yelling. I couldn't believe it.
Did you see insurance?
It happened so fast.
It's always possible for witnesses.
I am sorry. I would not be able to do anything with Kendall on in the background. I love my murder shows. Alright, now here comes the fun part, which kind of requires some eyes, and that's positioning your hand, your finger joints into your hand. Now, this hand is not in the Second Life default hand pose. So, because it's not in that pose, regular hand animations aren't going to work the way they should on it, and you're going to have some issues with that. So you're going to have to make your own animations for your hands, which isn't that hard, but I don't feel like doing a tutorial on that crap. So you're on your own with that one. Nice research material. So we're going to continue on with this, making sure that we have the X-axis mirror thing on, because just in case we have to scale some finger bones, it's going to scale on that end, and we don't have to do any guesswork again on whether or not we did it right on the same size. Like, we don't want to worry about are all the finger bones and all 10 fingers the same length on, that's equal. So turn the mirror access on, and again, it's not going to be on like mirrored position, so we're going to have to adjust the finger bones location on that side as well. And if you ever get confused about how the finger bones go on the hand, just take a minute, move your hand off the mouse, and feel your fingers, and that gives you a good idea of the position. Your hands are the best reference for where, bones should go. So, like, you can feel your thumb bone, so there's a bone right here in your thumb and a joint right here in the middle. There's another one, and then there's the third one kind of at the fat part of your thumb going down to your wrist. So you want to kind of mimic that here in Second Life when you're doing it. But if your hands are ashy, you don't want to rub too much because you may start a fire. Alright, so you notice that when we zoom in, it keeps going into the hand like this, and that can be a problem. So if you have a numpad on your keyboard, just press 5, and now that lets us zoom in without going in like that. So get a little bit better camera control there. Of course, for the blind, such as myself, that makes no difference. Even though I'm going to line this up beautifully in one direction, it's going to be sticking out of the hand. Like that. So it takes some time just lining that up. Now normally I would have paused the video and all you guys would have came back and just saw it magically there, but this would have took me hours. So now that this is a live tutorial, it's going to take me a few minutes to get this in there, right? Unless, somebody kind of wants to take the file real quick, fix the bones up, and then send it back to me like a champ. No? Nobody? Alright, I'll keep going. Damn it. I can't, never. Now, they said, when I was asking for help with this in the Avastar group when I first started, that you can turn on the quad view, and that helps you. But some reason the quad view always makes it a little more confusing for me. So you can turn it on by somewhere here, display maybe. Yeah, quad view. So you can see where it is and you can adjust it. Now the quad view is automatically locked, so it's like top, side, and all that. But you can just turn off the lock and position it in the way you want to. So like this and up top, and God knows where the hell this is. On the side, maybe. And this is supposed to be a free bus, I guess. So, I don't know. Have fun trying to put that in there. So, while we're doing this, how's everybody been? How's this weather treating you? It's crazy, isn't it? The apocalypse is upon us. Snow in Hawaii. Snow in Hawaii. Isn't that crazy? The world is coming to an end. I bet those old retired people were like, we moved from Minnesota to get away from this. Oh man, that would be funny. You see what I mean? It's like, oh. So this is my elemental weakness, precision bone lining, aka hands. Gotta hate hands. People, your damn hands. I hope I'm getting a donation for this. Oh dear, her finger's broken. I didn't notice that. Ugh. Hey. No, they ain't leave. They better not have left. Mm.
Oh my god. Damn. Damn.
I still don't know what happened. We separated us before we could talk. But I know one of those three did this.
So as far as we're concerned, for now, Deborah is truthful.
I got a middle mouse. Oh, okay. Press that one. Ooh. I don't know how to use this tool. Oh, it's the worst. I hate it.
So we have a guy who's been accused and identified as the killer, and he has been
What the? Uh, you know what? Okay, then we'll just use the thumb. That's a good one. All right, so I'm sorry. I'm just really not good with precision lining thing. That's why pretty much all of my avatars don't have bento hands except for that baby, and that took forever. All right, so we're gonna, like we said, let's just use our imagination that I have eyes and skill to line up finger bones into a hand properly, and we lined it up and we finished. We're just gonna hit the save joint edits, and if it snaps out of the place, just press the snap control to rig. And if that don't work, then I don't know. And that usually puts it back into place. So when we leave edit mode, you see the finger bones. I was gonna say joints. The finger bones are in there. So we're going to transfer weight from the finger bones to the hand, and like I did before with the baby. So we're gonna hold down, I don't know, click the bones and then go into pose mode and then select the hand bone and then the hand and go into weight paint mode, and then we click on the hand and you see that it's magenta, and when you see magenta, that means that the this bone is connected to the skeleton, but it has absolutely no weight on here whatsoever. Not even zero, just nothing. So when you see that and not blue, don't worry. It just means that there's nothing there. So we're going to do an all-in-one transfer because I'm not clicking on each bone and then transferring it one at a time. So we're going to click on the bone, hold down shift, and select the other finger bones. Oh, somebody subscribed to me just now. So all the bones at 3 in here are selected, and then we're going to go to weights and then assign automatic from bones. Okay. So now we have our finger bone. We press. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna click on. Get out of this damn quad view. There we go. Now we click on the bone and we press R. And we try to move it. I don't know why, and goodness, it's not moving. So let's try this again. Select these. Pose mode. Pose mode. Ah! Damn you, Avastar. Pose. There we go. There. And you see it's deforming when you move your finger around. And that's because there's some other weight that has, some other bone has weight over this area as well. So we need to isolate it. And the suspect, the culprit, if you will, is the hand bone that we painted when we were in Avastar. Avastar 1. It's always that. It's always the hand bone. Nothing else. So what you need to do is fairly simple. We just got to remove the hand's weight on the fingers and not on the actual palm of your hand. Just the fingers. So what you could do to help you remember how much weight to remove is that look at it as a glove, and right now the hand is a full-on, like, full glove, and we want to cut the fingers off of it and make it fingerless gloves. So just think of fingerless gloves or a bracer, and that's a good amount of weight to remove off the hand. You want to keep it the hand on the tip, like the tip of your fingers, like the base of your fingers. That's the base, not the tip. And you want to make it like fingerless gloves. It's like this. And that's a really good way to get a good hand rig. So this will deform, right? I mean, that's too much weight on here. It's not supposed to be up there. So you want to put that around there. And then this here. This here. This here. So it should move a lot better. Unless I didn't do that. Hand. And if you have like fit mesh bones, make sure that the hand bone is in it, because this is a M wrist, but there may also be hand bones in here. So I'm gonna go back to the Avastar real quick. I mean hand weights, and see, and use volume. volume is fit mesh bones, and we're going to select this, see, hand, and it has weights here that's also causing it to deform. So we're just going to make another pair of what are those gloves? Fingerless gloves. And that should fix it, really. So now, when we rotate our thumb, see, it's not deforming. So keep that in mind if you made fit mesh stuff earlier. Alright, so that's what we would do with hands. Now let's talk about the face. Because you know you kids and your damn face stuff. Face is the worst thing for me because seeing things like this makes me vomit. So I really do hate rigging the face with a passion, so to the point where I don't know how to do it properly. So I don't know if I'm a good person to talk about face rigging, because I only did it once on a baby, and well, look at that baby. It's not very good. So it's pretty much the same thing with the face, I guess. You just we did with the hand. We're going to select the. Hang on one second. Let me pause Kenda because I'm not going to be able to watch it. So same thing what you do with your face. They're pretty much named where everything is supposed to be. So we're just going to select a bunch of these gross ass bones. Like the whole lower part of the face. I like to use C and just kind of drag it all down here to that. And then maybe shuffle it down. So this is where the mouth is. Oopsie daisy. I want to turn off the x-axis mirror. I'm always shuffling it from side to side and put it where it's supposed to go. Alright, so we have that in there. And now, what are we going to do? The same thing we did with the... Oh, hang on, this is my nose. And we put our nose bone up here. Now we cannot use all of these face bones. Let me see how the best way to say this. You cannot use all of these face bones on this head with the body at the same time, because then it'll be too many bones and Second Life will not allow us to upload it. So if you want to have a fully rigged face with all of these bones, you're going to have to separate the head from the body and make it 2 mesh pieces instead of 1 mesh piece. Otherwise, it's going to give you that you have too many bone errors and your stuff is going to be grayed out. So you want to keep that in mind if you plan on like fully animating your face. I mean, technically you only really need your eyes and maybe a few mouth bones. You don't need the nose and something like that unless you plan on scrunching your nose up, I guess. Or you plan on animating your ears or something like that. So just really keep that in mind when you're working on this. Turn that on. Pull this in. Turn this off. Put this here. Whoops. B, please. B. And put this in here. These are around my eyes. These are your eyelids. Yeah, because Second Life supports 110 bones per upload. And the Bento skeleton is like 120, 126 bones, which makes no sense. But it's Second Life, so that makes perfect sense. Press H and hide these big eyeballs, eye bones. Get out of here, eye bones. Shoo. Alright, so I'm going to put my eyelid bones where the eyelids are, because that's blinking junk. I think I'm moving my ears too. Alright, so that works there. And these are your upper brow stuff, I think. Pull that down here. This is your forehead. Why do you need a forehead bone? Really? I guess it's for like attaching horns, maybe. I guess. I mean, that'd be cute. Oh, wait. Got a forehead bone selected. See? Get out of here. And then I'm going to scale this up. Alright. Alright, so same thing we did like before. Let's go down and then store joint edits. Snap control. There we go. Whew, that's ugly. Whoa, that's terrible. Oh, gross. So nasty. I hate clustered things. It's gross. This is exactly the reason why I couldn't become a griefer in the squad. Because they were like, drop down a bunch of cluster boxes. And I'm like, the boxes! I hate clustery things. Alright, goofiness aside, let's continue on with our tutorial class. So, what I want to do is hide the eyes. Let me see, can you do that in this? Turn that off. My face, nope. Second line base at the moment, and come on. Turn that off to extra. There we go. They used to have eyes, so you could just turn off the eyes and get those out of the way, but we can just do it this way. Alright, so we got the face, and we want to do the same thing. I cheat. I mean, I never quite got the idea of how weight paint in your eyes work. So I'll do one of two things. I select the eye bone just like I did with the finger bones. I select them and I use the weight and I do a sign from there, and then I hope for the best. And usually it works out. Sometimes it doesn't, and I blink and then half of my forehead goes down because the forehead bone was so huge, the eye bone was so huge, and it covered all of this. So that wasn't fun. So select that again, and we're just gonna give her blink. And I reckon you can do the same thing with the mouth and the jaw and all that, but I have never done that before. Well, that's not true. I have. I just don't like doing that. I think it's a better way of saying it. But for science, I will try my best. Okay, so let's start with the jaw. Right? Alright, so jaw. Automatic weights from bone. Alright, automatic weights. So, it's getting somewhere. Blurb. Let's see. Nope. Alright, I thought I can do that to make it a little easier for me to see. Let me see. Let's try turn these to sticks. That's a little bit better. Alright, let's see. What else can we grab? Was that the chin? Lower lip. Maybe I need to adjust that. I mean, that's your lower lip. Might be why it's not working. Almost. It's getting down there. Stay with me. What's this? Nose base. Oops. Maybe I should move this a little bit better. Maybe it'll get better results. I would hate if we tried to talk and all of my chin was moving and stuff. Alright, let's see. So, my nose base. Let's get out of weight paint and go back into object mode. So nose base is up here, right? And upper lip, that's all in the right position. Maybe I need to be a little bit higher. Lip corners are crossed for some reason, and that's just the way it is. So it's not you that crossed them. That's just how Second Life thought it would be a good idea to place the bones crossed. So that's for your tongue, internal crap, and this is your lower lip. So let's put these lower lip bones on the lower lip. Oh, damn it. Hang on. Wait. Let me go back a bit. I have this on. So when we try to move it up, it actually is crossing. So it was me. Alright, so let's try that one more time. Let's try lower lip bottom. Move that up here. These cross things. Move that up here. And then move this to the upper lip. And this is my chin. So I'll put that here. Was your chin supposed to be small, like higher than your jaw? Or, you know, is it supposed to be like this? I don't know. I need to make those bones cross to keep the big angle. More realistic range of motion. Oh, I never knew. When I did my first face rigging, I actually uncrossed them and thought that I had crossed it by accident. So my mouth was like, oh, I guess that would be great if I had my webcam on to show you how twisted my mouth was. So, store joint edits. Stay with me. Alright, so we got that in place. So let's try waiting again. Oh, it was hilarious. Man, that was so bad. I was scared of face rigging for a long time. I was like, nope. Like, Zero, can't you nope. But I want, nope. I will pay you. Then guy threw like 10,000 L at me. And I gave it right back. I'm like, nope. I cannot do that. Don't want to. Sign automatic from Bones. And look at that. Nice, huh? A lot better once we put the bones where they were supposed to go. Nice. Alright, so we got eyelid. Ish. Whoops. Eyes go down. We'll see how it is when we get it in world. So we got all of these. We're in here. And that's pretty much it for face rigging. I mean, the hands would be good if we actually got that done right. But, you know, it's already going on an hour. We'll be here for another two more hours if I was to do that. So let's turn the stuff on. The Second Life base hand volume bones. Then we click on here and we run that script to remove unused vertex groups. Takes care of that. Now hopefully that is enough bones, or else we gotta chop off her head. So let's save as, just in case. And then Bento body. No, I didn't. I'm scared to. And it's Zero. Ginkgo is the channel. Zero is the lady. Or Bunny if you're feeling cheeky. Ah, crap. Where did I save it? Let me go back to the project folder. I think I saved the file but didn't export. So we're gonna export Avastar, and we're gonna name this Bento. Unless there was an error I didn't see. What's wrong with this? While exporting your meshes, we found some troubles that might cause it. Model has a high try count. Oh. Whatever. Stay with me. This suspense is killing me. Yay, look at that skin weight. And remember, include joint positions because we had to move the bones. Linden Catchall? What the seven hells does that mean? I'll try it out, but not right now. Alright, there we go. I'm hovering for some reason. Oh, because my hover is set up high. Let me just put her on the floor. Oh, now she's in the ground. There we go. So now you see we have an avatar. Oh, sometimes that happens. Let me see. Ignore the hand. Ignore the hand. The thumb. Just look at the thumb. Oh, the thumb is good. That's all that matters. Let's see. Hand. Do I still have my hand test? I have a hand test. And if my hand was working properly, you would see that it worked. It would be scanning through it. But we only rigged the thumb, so the thumb is moving. Anyway, you'll have to make proper hand thingamajigs animations for this because their hands isn't in that Second Life hand pose, which is why Second Life hand animations aren't working. So let's see if we can see the voice. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, you can see that my hand, I'm talking and the mouth is moving and the eyes are blinking. So the eyes are rigged, the mouth is rigged, and it's Bento. You just gotta have some patience in putting the bones in properly, or else you get hands like that. Oh, goodness gracious me. So that's pretty much it on how you rig your makehuman avatar for Bento, Fit Mesh, and Classic, all in one, using 2 blenders and 2 avastars. The zero method, as I call it. So, did that help you? I hope so, because, I don't want to do it again. Alright, well, I guess I should sit here and wait for questions. Give some questions, comments, concerns before we go on to our next video, which is helping somebody with a Maitreya thing, which I hate. Damn it. No, I don't like Maitreya. 0, please. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Oh yeah, if it helps you out, please feel free to donate. Zero's always looking for donations and really do appreciate them. Especially now because she's hungry and she wants lunch. So PayPal donations in coffee form are greatly appreciated. Oh, yeah, sure. I don't care. I should go mess with her. But no, I'll behave. Oh, yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure. Pretty sure I just sent you 3 of the exact same thing. There you go. Have fun. Yeah, sure. I don't mind. Donations are donations. I'm happy with all. Linden's, PayPal, coffee. It's all good to me. All right. Well, I guess I'll call it a day and we'll wrap this up and go on to our next one. Although I may need to take a minute and get some water because I've been talking for an hour, 41 minutes, 36 seconds straight. So, see you guys in the next video. Good luck on your projects. Bye.